Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around. Should be a good one today. Today's topic is woman's worth isn't predicated if she's married or not. A lot of times as men, we feel like woman's value is diminished if she's not married by a certain age. But let's just be real, be honest. Her value is going to be the same. It's going to be the same whether she's 30, she's 40 years old, because her value comes from the Lord, comes from God. And whether she's married or not, that's really just a title. It's really just a label that people that are out there, it's very, hard to find people these days that are genuine about you, want the best things for you, really have their heart for you. So to find that person is really hard to find. For me personally, like I said, I'm glad to have found my wife in late 20s. Like I said, learned so much from her. Really blessed to be in her life. And especially to be a father, especially to raise a daughter together. There's no better feeling than that. For the most part, ups or downs, but at the same time, I won't trade it for the world. But at the same time, though, like I said, whether she's a woman is married, she's not married, we gotta kind of stop looking at women so harshly, grading them so harshly on a hard scale. Because, like I said, women, they find love at different ages, different stages of life. Not everybody wants to be married. We got women that want to get married, women that want to be married, haven't found nobody, women that just got out there dating, swearing around, getting to know people. Then you got the one that just dating, dating just to have fun. And wherever stage a woman is at is where she's at, and she really shouldn't be getting degraded for whatever she chooses to do. For me, like I said, it's all about free choice. Everybody's at different stages. Some women are more career driven, some women are more family oriented. But at the end of the day, you got to find out what works for you. And like I said, a lot of men get online criticizing, blaming women. Oh, you can't find a man because you're this old, or hey, you lost your touch. I'm like, nah, just God hasn't blessed it with this opportunity. And for me personally, I wouldn't know where I'd be at if I did make the moves to talk to my wife at the Waffle House nearly 6 years ago, I think. So, I don't know how my life would have shaped up to be, but I'm glad it's the way that it is. Because I know I had some dark days. Sometimes I was like, man, I'm trying to find me a wife. I'm over praying to God. I'm over man, I'm trying to find me a wife. But it's like, it was so hard back in the day. But like I said, once it happens, she said I do, and y'all make y'all covenant vows to one another, then it's all worth it at the end of the day. But like I said, she's beautiful, she's whole, and like I said, when you find that person, then you gotta hold on to her, keep her. Don't do anything to chase her away or push her away. You gotta be consistent, be firm, and just make sure that you're you're ready for the journey. Like I said, a lot of people, they not even mentally or emotionally ready for marriage. They, like I said, just see it as a title, see that, hey, I'm just something that, we just do because we've been in a relationship for 4 or 5 years. I don't really understand the covenant, the grace from God that it has over both of you guys. I'm a swear believer in saying that, when you're single, enjoy those days, enjoy those times. I know it might be tough, but you gotta be comfortable in your skin. You gotta be comfortable going to the movies by yourself, comfortable going to the park by yourself, comfortable living life by yourself. Like, you don't need this other person. And then once that person comes, then y'all enrich each other's lives. That's really what it comes down to. Two imperfect people coming together to make it whole. That's really my thoughts about this topic. What's your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. Until next time out, Coach JC.